Hey, it's on. Look, it's on.
Oh, it's on.
It is so on.
Pull up a chair, grab a cold one, smoke 'em if you got 'em. It's time for the Fan Happy Hour.
On the Fan Sports Network, 1051 and 1080. The Fan.
Here's your host, Luke Anderson.
Hey, hey, hey! Happy Hump Day, all you beautiful radio listeners. Before we get to anything important, let me check in with the most important man, Jeff Rust. What is happening with you?
I'm in pain.
Oh, buddy.
I hurt my back the other day moving our portable AC units, and yeah, they're heavy and carrying them down a couple of stairs. And
Why are you moving them? It's not cold out anymore.
Yeah.
Or it's not warm out anymore.
Right.
So just leave them there.
Well, we don't want it still sitting in the bedroom and in the living room, and yeah.
Well, you don't want to hurt your back either.
That is correct, sir. But here we are.
All right. How long until your children are old enough to do that kind of stuff for you?
Ooh,
It's got to be
well,
getting
We
close.
got 13.
Oh, come on.
So-
You shouldn't have been doing that this year.
Yeah.
Teenager, you're old enough. Whose room was it in?
Huh? Well, our bedroom and then the living room.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I guess that doesn't really help them.
Yeah.
So you didn't put one in there.
No.
Well, how about this? You
fans.
bribe them. Go,
Yeah.
if you would like one of these in your room, Dad's going to need a little help because his old back, I do appreciate the shirt that you're wearing today. Feels
Yeah.
very much like a back problem.
There we
So
go,
I
yeah.
think that looks pretty good.
You might be asking yourself, Matt, how can I get myself back on the right track?
Yeah. Let's have your kids move the air conditioning units. As always, we will make time for your comments at the end of the show. So if you want to join the conversation, make comments, ask questions, send nudes, just go to the fan text line 503 go fan. That's 503-864-6326. Or if you're watching on YouTube or plan to check in later to see the shirt that Rust is wearing and leave your comments there, you can do that as well. I had a weird dream last night, and I think it might be the first time that it was a sports fan induced dream. I definitely had dreams about when I was a kid playing sports and you get all amped up. Like a Thursday night before a varsity football game was almost impossible to sleep. Or I remember playing in a couple playoff games for different sports. And you kind of get all that amped up.
Mm-hmm.
I've been known to have dreams about the impending cornhole tournament on our camping trip. But last night, I had a dream that I was stuck in some sort of magic box,
Okay.
whether it was like a actual like physically enclosed like plexiglass case or something that David Blaine would go up in or whatever it was. Nobody could hear me.
Uh-huh.
And apparently nobody could see me and nobody was listening, but it was a bunch of Mariners fans watching game 2 of the ALCS, and they didn't realize it. They thought it was game 7. So game 2 is the one where the Mariners absolutely destroyed
Yes.
the Blue Jays in Toronto. And everybody's watching it with all this excitement as if it's game 7. We're going to the World Series, and everybody is watching it. And I'm in this box where nobody can hear me, and I am screaming at them that, no, that's game 2. You're watching a replay. What are you doing? It was the weirdest dream.
That is odd.
And then I was woken up because my daughter was puking.
Oh, good.
So I'm doing the show on about a third of the sleep that I would normally get and
Gotcha.
3 times the caffeine that I would normally have. So if the show goes off the rails, I will tell you that is the one. But I would like to know, if you're listening, go to the fan text line. Have you ever had a sports fan dream? Is that something that's ever happened to you, Mr. Russ?
I can't think of
It
anything.
was the most bizarre thing.
Yeah,
But
I
that's
can't
the
think of
first
any.
time. I mean, Mariners have never been this close to a World Series,
Yeah.
and it has ruined my brain. If I have another one tonight, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it. But it was just about as bizarre a dream as I could, and super, like I woke up. And you know how like a dream sticks with you and you keep having that? I woke up because my daughter was sick. She had the pukes.
Right.
And so I was trying to take care of her. And apparently her twin sister, so the girls are almost 9. Her twin sister came into the room to let me and her mom know that she was throwing up.
Yeah.
Apparently, we did not wake up on the first try. So she's like, she came in and goes, hey, sister's not doing so great. She's got the barfs, and I would like to tell you about it. Neither of us woke up. My
Yikes.
wife also not feeling well, so the house is
great.
not doing great right now. But apparently neither of us budged. So she's like, nah, all right. She's fine. I'll just go take care of it.
Did
Then
she make it to the bathroom at least, or was it in the bedroom?
So, years and years ago, the girls were probably 3 or 4, and they had a sleepover with the cousins.
Gotcha.
They'd just gotten their new bunk beds, so they had room for the cousins to sleep on the floor in the same room.
Uh-huh.
The twins tried to, put in the system in place where they would rotate top bunk, bottom bunk, so that they would both get the top bunk.
Yes.
One night in the top bunk, for one sister, decided that I never want to go up there again. It freaks me out.
Gotcha.
So the one's got the top bunk, the other has the bottom bunk. They're set in stone.
Yes.
Top bunk had the tummy troubles because they'd been eating nothing but junk food all night. Their cousins were getting comfortable on the floor, and she threw up off the top rail. And my wife has this thing where she always grabs like a grocery bag. You know, remember when you used to get free garbage bags from the grocery store? Remember those days where they used to just give you the bag, you didn't have to pay 10 cents for them? She used to always grab one of those, line like our largest stock pot or something, and that was like, now we're ready to puke. Well, realizing we have a top bunk
Yes.
and 2 young children, I'm like, you know what? We're not always going to make it downstairs to grab that. We're not always going to make it. I don't know about you, barfing into a toilet, pretty disgusting. There's no better time to realize that you don't take as much attention to cleaning the toilet bowl as you probably should than when your face is in it and you're already feeling like you're going to throw up. Like, that is not the time to go, that's definitely my hair on there. So it is. So in that point, we instituted a new protocol that kids throw up pretty often, and I don't want to grab the garbage can out of the bathroom. I don't want to go downstairs and grab a pot or a pan. I don't want to look for something to do it. So what we did is I bought small garbage cans for every room that somebody might throw up in the house.
There you go.
They do not go into a bathroom. They do not get into the kitchen where they get food waste on them, so they are clean. They stay in the bedrooms. Each girl has one of them in their bunk.
There you go.
So they are ready to go. So she made it to that. And this happens to be the daughter that gets car sick. She's actually quite the puker.
Really?
Like, not that she does it all the time or can like projectile for distance records or anything like that.
Yeah.
She's very calm about it. She's like, my tummy doesn't feel well. Let me grab something. I'll hurl. I'll feel better. And I'll be okay. So she was actually fine. The second time she threw up, her sister came in like ringing the bell, and she actually woke us up, pulled me out of my insane Mariners fan dream. And then the rest of the night I was attending to the kiddo.
Yeah.
So it was not an ideal night, but man, it was absolutely bizarre. So I don't know if that's happened to anybody else, but apparently I was fully invested in the ALCS, and I was in it to the point where now not only my conscious brain is being damaged by it, my subconscious cannot escape it. Hopefully it does not continue the rest of the week, both the barfing and the dreaming about the team, because I was not prepared for that. I thought I was pretty good yesterday. I thought I was pretty calm. All things considered, I thought I put on a nice show. I thought I rationalized it well. I was pretty happy that the Mariners made it as far as they did. But deep inside my brain, I'm a lot more Schultzy than I thought I was. So as it turns out, I'm a damaged person because of a Game 7 loss. And I'm sure I'm not the only one.
Right.
So we will get to, at 2:30, the subtext. That's where we try to read the minds of the coaches and players from their press conference audio. At 2:15, we always do the buzz. But right now, it is time for something we call In Case You Missed It. Our NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell defended the decision to hire Bad Bunny as the Super Bowl halftime performer, despite criticism from President Donald Trump and others, citing the artist's immense popularity. Trump said he'd never heard of Bad Bunny. Exactly. I'm pretty sure that a 79-year-old white male having never heard of the performer is actually one of the criteria to be booked as a Super Bowl halftime performer. Have you ever looked at the full list of halftime performers for the Super Bowl?
it didn't become a real huge thing until like the 80s.
Yeah, not a lot of 60s and 70s marching bands out there. I
Yes.
think they've moved away from that, Mr. Trump. I hope that's okay with you. Speaking of the Super Bowl, the NFL is moving its Pro Bowl festivities into the including the flag football game to Tuesday of Super Bowl week. Stating that the event will be more attractive, though many fans reflected negatively. I agree. They're close. They just have to move it one more time to completely off the schedule, and then they've got it nailed. I think that's the way. There you go. Commanders quarterback Jaden Daniels is ruled out of Monday night's game against Kansas City due to a low-grade hamstring, meaning Marcus Mariota will be making his third start of the season. I don't want to jinx anything, but wasn't it the last time that Washington's football team had a Rookie of the Year quarterback? He suffered constant injuries and had an early end to his career. I would never root for injuries, but just to be safe, I did trademark RG three-peat, just so that I've got that. RG, you don't like RG three-peat? I got a little laugh out of that. RG three-peat. In case you missed it, Texans head coach DeMeco Ryans publicly stated that quarterback C.J. Stroud has to do a better job of running the offense following the loss to the Seahawks, although Ryan did take responsibility for the struggles overall. Meanwhile, Texans fans are still happy that they have a franchise quarterback that can keep his hands to himself during a massage. So, little less critical than the coach. Oregon's Grateful Ducks uniforms were revealed this week. After all the hype, turns out they're just doing green and yellow tie-dye numbers on a black uniform. I haven't been this disappointed in a uniform since the NBA got rid of their short sleeves. Remember that?
They wore those in a Game 7 of the NBA Finals.
Can you believe that? Those were terrible. Actually, you know what I do miss? Remember the Mariners no-sleeve look?
Ooh, I forgot about that.
Oh, yeah, the Griffey era, just no sleeves and the long, yeah. Let's bring that back. Can we do that as our, what do they call them, City Connect?
There we go.
Yeah, just, could you imagine just a sleeveless Josh Naylor out there, just arm flab out there going, we need to re-sign that guy. In case you missed it, Tennessee baseball coach Tommy Vitello is finalizing a historic deal to become the first manager in MLB history to take a big league managerial role prior to having no professional coaching experience and going straight from college. Brilliant. I cannot think of a single college coach not being immediately successful going to the pros in any other sports. Can you, Urban Meyer? Can you, Chip Kelly? Can you, John Calipari? Matt Rule, Rick Pitino, Bobby Petrino, John Beeline, Nick Saban, anybody? Can you think of a single time that this hasn't worked, Jeff Russ?
Not one.
Not one. Should work just fine. And finally, former NFL player and current Fox analyst Mark Sanchez has his trial date set for December 11th relating to a felony charge for allegedly attacking and seriously injuring a truck driver over a parking dispute outside an Indianapolis hotel. Right now, let's check in with rules expert Dean Blandino. Dean, which way do you see this going? If they throw it to the NFL office, let's go check the replay center and see what happened here. Oh, and here he is. Ooh, that's not HD replay, though.
No.
Luckily for him, I think. I don't know.
Yeah.
All right. That was in case you missed it. It's time to get to the Daily Buzz. We do it next. You're listening to Happy Hour on 105.1 The Fan.
Trending topics and trivial matters that got our attention. It's the Daily Buzz on the Fan Happy Hour.
The Buzz.
Here's your host, Luke Anderson.
If you're dreaming about the Seattle Mariners, there's something wrong with you. I think that is pretty obvious. Just wanted to wrap up something for y'all to think about if you care about the Seattle baseball team like I do. I just want to give you a list very quickly of the pending free agents, just so you know. They include Josh Naylor, Eugenio Suarez, Mitch Garver, Luke Jackson, and Caleb Ferguson. All of your acquisitions at the trade deadline. So if you were going to give me an order, Caleb Ferguson was terrible. So bye. Mitch Garver cannot hit at T-Mobile, so we'll miss you. Luke Jackson, kind of a nothing burger. Eugenio Suarez, interesting. I'd be curious what they do with that. Good vibes only. The guy's apparently the locker room guy of all locker room guys. And then his evil twin on the other side of the infield, Josh Naylor. Sign him. Pay him whatever it costs. Two other players of interest. The team has an option to pick up Andres Munoz for $8 million. Expected to pick that up. Shouldn't be a problem. The other one that's intriguing, Jorge Polanco has a $8 million player option based on the season that he had. You would expect him to get offers much, much higher. So he will probably be on the market. And if you're a Mariners fan, do you want Jorge Polanco back? I think you probably do.
I mean, he came up pretty big in some spots. In
I
that
think you
postseason.
probably do. The question is, what will the price tag be? Somebody that can probably be your DH on a regular basis, but also take up any of the rounds of rotations in the infield as well. And then what happens with all your young guys? Who are you going to bring up? Do you believe in Ben Williamson? Is Colt Emerson or Cole Young? Colt Emerson is also in the farm system. When he'll be ready to play shortstop, and will Cole Young be your second baseman of the future? Time will tell.
The Buzz.
Couple little things on the Seahawks. One is that former head coach Mike Holmgren, we talked about Bill Belichick yesterday being one of 12 coaches that is being considered for the Hall of Fame in the 2026 class. Mike Holmgren, also one of those 12 coaches with the Seahawks, took him to Super Bowl in 2005 in what was, up to that point, the best season the Seahawks have ever had. He's already in the Ring of Honor. He also won a Super Bowl with the Packers and is credited for the 2 MVP trophies that Joe Montana won. So I would probably put him real high at the top of the list of guys that well-deserved, great career, won in multiple places, was part of the Bill Walsh coaching tree, and did all of the things that you would hope from just a fantastic career. I believe he was like an English teacher and just decided to go coach football and just rolled out and did it. So I am a huge Mike Holmgren fan. I liked him when he was in Green Bay, and then getting him in Seattle was a huge boon. Obviously, brought his backup quarterback from Green Bay with him, a guy that was pretty good and did
he ended up being okay.
Yeah, just did all right. So that was not Matt Flynn, that was Matt Hasselbeck that he brought with him. So Matt Flynn back up in Green Bay, that didn't work out quite so well. Also, a lot of praise being heaped on a guy named Ernest Jones. Got his 3rd pick, which matches a career high. But the Seahawks right now are sitting, where did I lose those stupid numbers at? They are sitting at 23 sacks, tied for 3rd most in the NFL. They have 12 players that have at least half a sack right now. They have the 2nd-ranked rush defense in football and the 6th-ranked scoring defense in football. Matt Hasselbeck. Sam Darnold, who is not Matt Hasselbeck, actually had his season low completion percentage against the Texans on Monday night. But Jones was really a human highlight reel, just intercepting C.J. Stroud and crushing him. So if you need somebody to root for there, going into the bye week, that defense should only get better because Julian Love gets time to rest. Devin Witherspoon gets time to rest. Hopefully you could have Darryl Hall when you come back from that break. So you've got pass rushers and secondary help that you should get with a bye. The Seahawks 5 5-2 going into the bye. Would you be surprised if this team went 5-2 in their next 7 games?
I mean, I haven't really...
You'd have to look at the schedule
yeah.
closely, but that'd put
But-
them at 10-4 with 3 to play with. That makes them a pretty likely playoff team.
Yeah, no, yeah. 10 wins should, most seasons will get you there.
The 17-game season, is it 10 or 11 that puts you there?
Probably, well,
Yeah.
but 11, yeah, it's going to
Yeah. Well,
be easier. You got,
so far so good, but the Mike McDonald defense, the system that you were hoping he would bring last year, looks like it's all coming into place. And I'll tell you what, I love it.
The Buzz.
Game 1 for your Portland Trailblazers. Have you caught the fever yet, Mr. Rust?
yeah, but I did get a prescription.
Good. Okay, fantastic. The Minnesota Timberwolves come to the Rose City. They will be playing tonight. You are going to have a 7 p.m. first tip. I'm sure Danny Meringue was out of his own skin excited for it during the firm. I missed that part. But you have had re-signed your guys that were drafted just a couple years ago. Shaedon Sharpe's got a new contract. Dumani Kamara's got a new contract. Scoot Henderson, even with his torn left hamstring, is under contract now. So you've got extensions for all of these guys. More importantly, did you happen to catch any of the Lakers game last night?
I didn't catch any of the Lakers game, no.
Fans already hate DeAndre Ayton, which really, let's be honest, that makes me happy.
Yeah.
He had 10.6 rebounds, 4 turnovers in 38 minutes. He was already getting backlash from fans all over social media, and that just warms the cockles of my heart.
Absolutely.
It's just... It's too good. It's
The Buzz.
SEC fined Texas A&M for faking an injury in their win at Arkansas.
Oh, good times.
Did a little math on that. Is $50,000. $50,000 is what Jimbo Fisher gets paid every week for the next 30 years as part of his $77 million buyout.
Oh, my Lord.
How does that make you feel?
Not good, Bob.
Do you worry about things like this? Like when you watch college football, it feels like there's getting more and more of this. I don't want to unsportsmanlike, I guess is the right word.
Okay.
I didn't want to say cheating, but
Right.
it's not really cheating, but it is. I mean, you're getting fines. It feels like college football, to me, is getting less and less fun to watch.
Maybe starting to color a little bit outside the lines.
Yeah, well, it just feels like you knew that they were always kind of dropping bags of casino chips in the arms of parents of Cam Newton. And you knew that was going on, but because that had to stay in the dark, most of the above board stuff stayed relatively calm. Now it feels like that they're getting paid and everybody knows what the payrolls are of different teams. It feels like the seediness is finding its way onto the field. Does it feel that way to you a little bit?
I think that's fair to say.
Okay. All right. The other thing that I wanted to get to.
The Buzz.
You want to talk a little hockey?
I mean, do we have to?
Do you know who Brad Marchand is?
I am aware of the existence of a hockey figure named Brad Marchand.
Okay. Brad Marchand played 16 years with the Boston Bruins. He scored 422 career goals. He is 4th all-time on the Bruins list and 5th on the list with 976 points. He helped them win a Stanley Cup in 2011. He was traded last year to the Florida Panthers. Okay? Does that give you kind of caught up on it?
Following.
The Bruins did a very nice tribute to Marchand last night.
Okay.
And it just absolutely cracked me up. I watched the entire video, and they did a split screen of Marchand watching his own tribute video.
Oh, yeah.
There is nothing funnier to me in the world than watching a grown man who plays hockey for a living tearing up while on the Jumbotron. It's a picture of himself punching a Calgary Flames defenseman in the face. It was
fantastic.
One of those sports moments that cannot be manufactured.
Yeah.
There was a handful of stories today, but this one, more than any other, just realized that it is a soap opera for boys. It's just...
Yeah.
Women, you're obviously welcome to watch it. Boys, you're welcome to watch General Hospital if you want to. But watching the way the players get caught up in their own sentimental stuff, it is so good. How mad everybody was at DeAndre Ayton.
Right.
How laughable it is that the SEC is cheating at football. A hockey player crying on a video. And as he starts to tear up, it's like a picture of him and his daughter. And then it pans to him just pounding a guy in the face in a hockey fight. And it just brought me so much joy. So there's your daily buzz. Let's walk over to the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk, and you can tell me what we missed.
This update brought to you by Reynolds Defense Firm. If you've been arrested for DUI, you need a team of attorneys into whom you can place your trust. Call Reynolds Defense Firm today, online at reynoldsdefensefirm.com. Well, I stumbled upon on Twitter that somebody else stumbled upon a couple of results from the early 1900s. Football games.
Yeah, let's go.
Between North Dakota Agricultural and South Dakota State.
Real quick, do we know when they started using the forward pass?
Not sure.
Okay, so I want to say it was during Teddy Roosevelt's presidency. What
Okay.
would that have been, the 10s,
Right around
15s?
there. Was he that late?
I'll pull it up. I'll pull it up.
So anyway, in 1903, North Dakota Agricultural won 85-0.
Okay.
Then they met again in consecutive seasons in 1908 and 1909, where the final, both seasons, was 11-5. Final score was 11-5.
Yeah.
And so CFB Home dug some things up and found that in that first decade of the 1900s, college football was a very vastly different game.
Yes, yeah.
A one platoon sport with players participating in offense, defense, and special teams.
Kind of love that.
The field was 110 yards long.
Okay.
Touchdowns were worth 5 points. Field goals were originally worth 5 points as well. That was cut down to 4 points in 1904 and then further down to 3 points in 1909. But it didn't mention anything about when the value of a touchdown was changed.
All right. So in office as President of the United States of America from 1901 to 1909 for Teddy Roosevelt. I believe it was around 1905. They had so many kids dying playing football in college that they brought in the President of the United States of America to help figure out a way to make the game safer.
Mm-hmm.
And out of those meetings came the forward pass.
Oh, wow. Well, there you go.
And that's, okay, this is from memory. But
Yes.
Yeah.
More sports scores and stories in 30 minutes. I'm Jeff Rusk from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Hurt and missing work. Insurance companies acting like jerks. Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at warrenallen.com.
The home of prime time with Isaac and Sue. Weekdays 3 to 7. The Fan Sports Network. 105.1 FM and 1080 AM. Fan Happy Hour with Luke Anderson. Time for the subtext. We've got the clips, but what were they really saying? Let's listen in. Let's listen in.
Let's listen in. Let's listen in.
Let's listen in.
I think it's mostly self-inflicted, and I think if you look at this game, like a microcosm of this game was we did enough good things to put ourselves in a position to win for most of the game, and that when we didn't do those things, they were self-inflicted.
You touched on it.
They were self-inflicted. So that's not being organized in early offense. That's having the wrong guy bring it up. That's we knew they were blitzing and stack. That's supposed to be stack 2. Guy stays. Now there's no outlet for the passer. That's those are not sprinting back. We make a run. We got 2 guys back. Buddy Hield gets a wide open 3 for some reason on a full court pass. Those are self-inflicted things. So that's not anything Golden State did to us.
That would be Los Angeles Lakers head coach J.J. Redick basically saying there, he wrapped it up at the end. Golden State didn't do anything to us. We did it ourselves.
Well, what he's saying there is, I am officially a resident of Los Angeles. It is all about me. It is all about us. Everything we do is important. What other people do is not. Oh, he is such a perfect fit for LA, isn't he? With his little perfect hair and his little wonderful little charm. Oh yeah. Let's go. The pretty boy of the NBA now on the sidelines, and he's going to fit in perfectly with LeBron because LeBron doesn't worry about anything but LeBron. And meanwhile, Luka with 43 points, not enough to drag a shell of an NBA team to a victory. Oh, it's going to be great to watch. Boy, I hope they don't win anything anytime soon.
Who's your quarterback?
We will have a quarterback on Sunday. I will tell you that.
You're not going to announce who started?
I wouldn't want to give them a competitive advantage when I have that opportunity, but we will have a quarterback.
The list was long. So for
Tyrod,
did you say this day today?
Yes.
What is he dealing with?
He's dealing with a knee. That's something that he had before.
So just... You know who your starting quarterback is going to be. You're just not announcing it. So it isn't like this week is a competition where you're going to have.
I know who the starting quarterback's going to
be. New York Jets head coach Aaron Glenn making the shocking declaration: "We will have a quarterback."
It's impressive. What he's really saying there, I think, is does it matter? I like that he used competitive. I don't want to give my team a competitive advantage. They're playing the Jets. Yes. They have a competitive advantage. We are not trying this year. I don't know why you're so concerned about it. Whoever we roll out at quarterback will lose this game. We will have the first overall pick, and next year we'll have a quarterback. That's the more important thing. We don't have anybody we trust on this roster. You've already heard that from the owner. Now you're hearing it from me, but I can't say it directly because I actually have to look at these guys in the eye.
He looks like he can still do anything. What's surprising for such an old man, he's still moving around pretty good too. So you've seen it in multiple games. I mean, he had an off schedule the other day versus Cincinnati where they drop 8, and he's running back and forth the field, throws a touchdown pass. This guy is extremely accurate. If you give him just a sliver of light, he can fit the ball in there.
Packers head coach and former Aaron Rodgers head coach, Matt LaFleur there, calling him old. Is he basically saying the AARP membership is in the mail?
Well, he's not much older than Rodgers himself, so I think there's a little bit of disdain for the idea that a guy nearly his age is playing as well as Rodgers is. But what he doesn't want to say there is he's not playing as well as Jordan Love. He's basically saying, listen, he's old and he's still got a little bit of magic left. How's that old Toby Keith song? I'm not as good as I once was, but I'm good once as I ever was. Every once in a while, a blind squirrel finds a nut, and he's going to make plays. He's Aaron freaking Rodgers, but I'm perfectly happy with that dude being in a different uniform. We ain't scared.
I think the energy level changes. Heck yeah. Lamar's he's our quarterback. He's a great guy, but also all the guys being out there and where we're at and what we're trying to accomplish and all those things. I mean, our guys respond with great energy, and that's something I feel great about this team in that sense.
So that'd be Baltimore Ravens head coach John Harbaugh, and Lamar Jackson brings some great energy to the team. Look, he's not trying to throw his other quarterbacks under the bus here.
Yes, he is.
There we go. Okay.
Yeah, he's got Cooper Rush, who's terrible. Cooper Rush has a passer rating of 48.8. Snoop Huntley is back and has doubled his Cooper Rush, his passer rating. Double that again, and you have Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson, very good at football. The rest of these turds that are going out and trying to play quarterback for us while he's gone are not. He's an MVP candidate every year. If I want to keep my job, I need Lamar Jackson to come back. He is trying to stay restrained, but boy, his prospects do not look very bright unless you get the guy that runs everything on that offense back. Is that fair?
That's fair.
Is that accurate?
Yeah, I think so.
Was that
It hasn't exactly been clean play from their part when we play them. It's a physical game. It is what it is. You expect it. Division rival. Yeah, not much else to say besides the fact that I don't like them.
Wow. That's old Tampa Bay Buccaneers quarterback Baker Mayfield. I'm not quite sure how much subtext we need to try to read into that.
Well, that's a nice thing about Baker Mayfield is he's very direct, but he's got that energy where he says, I don't like them very much.
Mm-hmm.
Feels like that's an understatement. I don't think he likes anybody very much. He's at the point in his career where unless you're on his team, and probably even more specifically on his offense, and probably even more specifically treat him just right, he probably hates just about everybody. It feels like that guy has the chip of all chips. He was somehow drafted number 1 overall with a chip on his shoulder.
Yes.
Maybe because it went to the Browns. Then he got shipped off to Carolina, and the chip grows. Then he gets one shot with reading the playbook on the plane to go to Los Angeles. He goes, you give me a shot, I'm going to kill some MFers. And then he does. And then he gets to Tampa Bay, and all he has to do is replace a guy named Tom Brady, and he's actually done a pretty good job.
Yeah.
I think he hates everybody, including himself a little bit. He is ready to just go and take the league and just run it through the ringer. He might not be able to do it, but in his head, I think that's what fuels him is just pure hatred. And he looks at the Saints, he's like, I have to play these piles of garbage twice. I am going to crush them. Look for 57 points from the Tampa Bay offense.
Ooh, that could be a good quote for Monday.
Well, they are playing the Saints.
True. Valid point.
Okay.
Valid point.
I feel fairly confident.
Well, that wraps it up.
I told you I was going on very little sleep, so nothing from today's show is allowed to come back on. We built that segment for a reason. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we've got one more for the road and your text comments and anything from the chat. So get those in on the fan text line 503-2GO-FAN. We will do one for the road next. This is the Fan Happy Hour on 105.1 and the Fan Sports Network.
Relax, hot shot.
Welcome back to the Fan Happy Hour. We're about to wrap things up.
Maybe you guys like what I have so far?
Wicked woman, cool creams and misters. You gotta go spell me.
Let's grab one more for the road.
Come on, everybody. Everything's smooth.
Here's Luke Anderson.
If you were not able to hear today's entire show, or you're not listening right now, no worries. Fan Happy Hour podcast is now available. Page is up. Just go to 1051thefan.com, Odyssey.com, the Odyssey app, or rent a copy of the podcast at your local Blockbuster or Hollywood Video store. You can go back and listen to today's show, past shows, or the new feature. Check out future shows. Keep an eye on social media later tonight or maybe tomorrow for the Take Your Pick. If you've never played, it's a weekly interactive pick'em, and we do it every week. Winner gets to join the show on Thursday at 2:30 to pick along with us. I will send out an email today so we can get in contact with our winner from this week, see if he can join us for tomorrow. That was Josh Goodenough is how he was listed on the pick'em.
Gotcha.
Mr. Rust, what are people saying on the text, toy, and YouTube chats?
Brandon on the YouTubes, he says he will be at Moda tonight in a skybox with some coworkers. He said the Blazers are not playing my Spurs, so I'll root for Portland. Go Spurs, go always, and go Blazers tonight.
All right. Well, there you go. Skybox. Report back, Brandon. Let us know how it is. That should be a fun one. When was the last time you went to a Blazers game?
Boy, I think it was even just a fan fest.
Yeah.
My kid who's 13 now, I think she was 4, maybe 5.
Oh, been a while.
Yeah,
been a while. Well, I got the request, a little tug at the shirt yesterday.
Oh, there you go.
From the daughters. When are we going to a Blazers game? And they're playing basketball right now.
Yeah.
And well, not right now. They're not in school. I don't know what they're doing right now, but they're not playing basketball right now, but they are playing on a basketball team currently in the general sense.
Mm-hmm.
I told them, I go, well, we're getting a WNBA team too. And they go, nah.
Yeah.
I'm raising those kids right.
Yeah.
Wait, no. That's
Wait
not
a
what I
second.
meant. Hey now.
You are a little punch drunk over there.
Whoa.
Huh?
Easy does it. Anything else we need to address?
Yeah, this one comes from the text line. Boy, lesson learned on some of those barf sessions when my kids were younger. He said 100% did the exact same thing for my 3 boys. Each of them have a trash in the bedroom for this very reason.
Yep.
And he says, my oldest is very nonchalant about when he has to puke, but when he does, it's coming, and it's coming quick.
Oh, yeah. No. Yeah. Kids barf different than we do as adult human beings. They just let her fly, man.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. Anything else?
Let's see here. My wife is from Philly, has been a Phillies fan her whole life, and I'm like Schultzy, which strangely helps because we realized we aren't alone in the heartbreak. You could make a case that the Phillies game was worse because no playoff game has ever ended on an error. Also, the Tigers were 1 hit away from the ALCS. Tell Schultzy he is not alone in his misery.
Oh, man. Yeah, the Phillies one was terrible. And that was to beat the Dodgers, I guess they would to continue for a chance to beat the Dodgers.
Yes.
And that Tigers one, there's always heartbreak, and the further you go in the playoffs, the more the heartbreak. We talked about it a little bit yesterday, but man, that Seahawks, had that been to win their first Super Bowl when Russell Wilson threw it to Malcolm Brown.
Butler.
Yeah. Yes, Malcolm Butler. Very good correction there. Thank you, sir. Let's do. Well, I know that you were all very excited to get the update on how things are going in Dallas. So you may remember Jerry Jones was happy to trade away Micah Parsons because he wanted to improve his rush defense. Well, kind stranger on the internet, because I don't have the source here, has gone through and found some statistics to let us know how well that experiment is going. Before I get into these, how do you think it's going?
I'm going to go with not well.
That would be correct. The Cowboys, 31st in yards per play and 30th in points allowed. Not great.
No.
Do you know what EPA, play allowed, means?
Expected something. Sure.
Expected points added.
There we go.
They rank, and this is on defense, so plays allowed. The Cowboys currently rank 30th in EPA play allowed at a 0.15. Last year, they had the NFL best play allowed, and that was actually from 21 to 24. Their rush defense specifically, they're allowing 141.3 yards per game.
Everything's going great.
4.7 yards per carry, both worse than last season by a wide margin.
That's bad.
The Cowboys right now 3-1, and Dak Prescott is playing out of his mind.
Man,
does it bring you joy?
Yes,
to see
absolutely
just neurotic, stupid old men.
Yeah,
just get punched.
Talk your way out of this one, Jera.
Well, the other thing that came out was apparently, and I think it was the Cowboys trying to start these rumors, and there's been multiple players. The latest, Max Crosby,
gotcha,
rumored to be going to the Cowboys. The Raiders are like, no way.
Yeah,
Raiders. Well, now I do. Oh, but what I do want to qualify this: we're 2 weeks shy of the trade deadline in the NFL. The Cowboys need help on defense. They're going to go out and offer what they can to try to get it. The Raiders came out today.
If only they had somebody like Micah Parsons.
Listen, that seems like the easy solution, and we know that the Cowboys don't take the easy path to do anything when Jera's in charge.
Yeah, it's all smiles and glory holes.
The Raiders have come out, and they've let Max Crosby know, and they've let the world know that they don't have any intentions of trading.
Okay.
Would you be surprised if he got traded? Because that's the other thing. That's the other side of it. Right now, it looks really bad for the Cowboys. Nobody seems to want to do anything with them.
Right.
But when push comes to shove, again, you've got 2 weeks. We'll see who wins, who loses. If somebody ends up getting moved over there, Cowboys still have a shot at 3-1 to get back into this thing.
Yeah.
I refuse to believe any trade rumors or reports. But what is true is their defense is absolutely terrible, and they got rid of one of the best players in the NFL on defense, which is just, to me, brings me great joy.
I guess I couldn't say like, I think it would be dumb of the Raiders to trade Max
I don't
Crosby,
disagree with
unless
that.
they got some sort of gigantic haul back, but also this is still the Raiders.
Well, it is. Well, but
we can't exactly say that I would be, I couldn't be more surprised if I woke up in the morning with my head stapled to the floor. But
let's play a fun game that I don't think we've ever actually played. What would you do if you were the Cowboys? They just got a huge haul. They have draft picks and all of this trade capital that they got from Green Bay. They did not pay the freight to keep Micah Parsons, and he got extended as soon as he got to Green Bay. If you were the Cowboys, how much of that haul that you got for Micah Parsons would you be willing to give up? The way Dak Prescott is playing right now, I'm actually having a serious football conversation about the Cowboys. I can't remember a time that I've ever done this on the air. Dak Prescott is playing absolutely wonderfully. MVP-like numbers so far. You don't get a ton of shots like this.
No.
If you have your offense clicking and George Pickens and CeeDee Lamb and all the weapons that you have are working well with the quarterback who's getting paid as much money as anybody in the league. Trey Hendrickson is unhappy in Cincinnati. He was the first one that I saw where Cincinnati, we're not trading to the Cowboys. Max Crosby is playing on a team that looks like they're going the wrong direction. I'm sure there are plenty of other names out there. Would you be willing to cut into some of the first-round picks that you stole from the Green Bay Packers to get rid of this guy to go and figure out a way to make it work?
I guess maybe, because, well, look, those Packers picks also most likely going to be a little bit later on in the round than your own picks. So, maybe let go some of the Packers picks, but keep your own.
Well, and if you do it right, your pick is also a bad pick. So if you can actually go and, wreak some havoc as you move forward. So I think I've actually put together something that actually sounds like advice for the Cowboys. I apologize for that. I don't know why I did that. I want to thank everybody for listening. Thank you, Jeff Rust, as always. And of course, thank you, Isaac Kropp. We're all done for now. Bye-bye.
You must always face the curtain with a bow. Forget about your scene. Give the audience a grin. Enjoy it. It's your last chance anyhow.
Your home. Your savings.
your children. Everything that matters to you is at stake in a divorce, and for many of our clients, a divorce was unwanted. This is Rick Jones. At Goldberg Jones, our team of experienced attorneys handle every aspect of a divorce and custody case. When stakes are high, you need a lawyer you can trust. Husbands and fathers, trust Goldberg Jones. Call 1-800-DIVORCE and get your phone questions answered at no charge.
Serving the greater Portland, Vancouver area.
Aloha, it's Marcus from the 808. Bruh, you gotta get your parties catered by 808 Hawaiian Restaurant. They got that Onaloa Kalua pig, terry chicken, and all your island favorites for the Kama'aina. Pick